Welcome, everybody. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. Let's freaking go. Today is Monday, July 29th, and Bitcoin's breaking out, baby. Bitcoin is on the up and up today, let me tell you. Let's see where it's at right now. It's up 2.6%. We're currently sitting at 69,700. We just tapped 69,970 on our way to 70K. Can we finally break new all time highs this week or this month coming in? This month of July is coming to an end on Wednesday. We got 3 days left before the month is over, and we are entering August, getting closer and closer to this quarter four. Everyone is speculating that quarter four is going to be a huge, well, not just quarter four, but the August month is going to be a very, very big moment for a rally to begin. We've seen it in history, historically before. In the past, we've seen Bitcoin have a pretty nice bottom and a nice little pump in the month of August, heading into quarter four. So we're going to be seeing if we're going to replay those levels again here. As everybody is jumping in here, I appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe, and some other bullish news here we got is this. Remember, we've been following the monthly returns of Bitcoin. And historically, every month of June that has been red has been followed by a green July. All the way since 2013, right? Then 2018, we had a red June, we had a green July. 2020, 21, 22, all red Junes, all green Julys, double digits, right? Always been double digits, except for back in 2013 where it was only 9.6%. This last June, negative red 6.9%. Right now, where we're sitting, we're up 11.25%. Let's go. We still got 3 days left. If this Bitcoin rally continues, we could be closing the monthly return for July a lot higher than expected. And once again, the history repeats itself, right? It doesn't always repeat, but it kind of rhymes. And apparently, this historical data has continued to stay accurate unless something catastrophic happens in the next 3 days and Bitcoin has a massive 11% drop. I don't see July going red, meaning this once again continues to stay green and the quarterly returns continue to come on in. Now, let's see here what we got here for the chat. Let's jump into the chat here real quick. We got Lucas. Could you tell me more about ICP? What about price prediction for the end of the bull run? I'll definitely look at some price action for ICP here. So August could be quite negative. Well, according to this over here, let's see. August after a green month. See, there's no like definite pattern because look, we have green in 2022, but then we had a red, right? We had green in 21 and then a green in August. Green in 2020, green. Green, red, green, green, right? Green in 15, red, green, green. So it's not as a definite pattern as in when we had with June and July, where every single red June led to a green July. August is more of a mixed match of whether we can go green or red. So it's a lot less definite there. What's going on for your crypto? I think so is about to break its all-time highs. We're gonna be jumping into some TA here, looking at different charts. So as you guys can see here, this is yesterday's range. We have completely broken out of that. We have a daily naked point of control down here at 68,000. Doesn't mean we have to come revisit these levels anytime soon. We finally tapped the quarter two monthly naked point of control over the weekend. We had obviously Mr. T come out during the Bitcoin conference and mention the strategic reserve uh, plan for Bitcoin and what they're doing with the 200,000 Bitcoin that the U.S. government currently holds. And if he is elected, he's going to be making that into a strategic reserve. So that's very bullish right there for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been kind of going nuts ever since that information came out. Now let's take a look here at some more macro stuff for Bitcoin. Not so much of the daily stuff right now. This naked point of control has been tapped, so we don't need this right here anymore right now. Don't know where this fib is from, but let me check that off as well. All right, let's jump out into the daily here. Look where we're at, guys. Look where we're at. We're right at this value area high. We were just tapping just tapping 70,000 earlier, just a little while ago. So we're right at this value area high right now. Actually, let me not do that. Let me get this tool right here. So come on. We're right here at this value area high for this quarter two range. Now the question is, are we going to break out of this range? If we do, well, we have some levels up here. Obviously, we've got the all-time high for Bitcoin, which was 73,900 and some change. That's gonna be an interesting one to revisit. 73,000. We break that, and obviously we're heading towards new all-time highs. Lucas, thank you so much. Great show, man. Keep up. ICP is my main bag, and I'll be happy even with $20. Yeah, if I see $20, it definitely can. It's done it already in the past. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's freaking go. Welcome to the Crusader Army. Definitely the cards for ICP. We already hit $20. I think ICP can definitely go a lot higher for ICP once again. And if you were scooping up any ICP during this previous dip, man, those were some good deals. Let me tell you, some very good deals. So right now, all we have for a Bitcoin is, can we break above this value area high? If we can, the next big target is going to be this 73,910 bucks. That is the all-time high right there for Bitcoin. And then obviously we got some targets to the downside. I got to update my chart here a little bit, see if we have any other on daily tapped levels, and give or take, some other stuff happening here around 65. We could just range in here once again, like we have in the past. We've been going up, right? We could continue to come right down, range within here again before finally getting the breakout. So doesn't mean we're going to break out right now. It looks like it because we're having that momentum from the Bitcoin rally, from the Bitcoin conference. Now the ETFs are live Monday morning. Finally, they're getting to react to the news of, if Donald Trump is elected, then he is going to be putting up a Bitcoin reserve. So that's going to be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Now let's go jump to ICP, since we did get a super chat for ICP. People want to know for ICP, right? Currently sitting on $9.47, down half a percent today. But where is ICP? Where could ICP potentially be going? Well, come on. Where's my here we go. ICP, where you at, bro? Come on. I appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Here we are, right? So, like I was saying, if anybody was able to scoop up, right? If you've been paying attention to my show, I have been tracking ICP for some time. I know this chart is a little bit messier, a lot of different lines here, but we were up here in this quarter two range for the longest amount of time, right? For all of quarter two. Well, actually, this is quarter one and quarter two. For 6 months, we were up here for ICP between $11 and $15, just ranging. And then back in June, we completely fell out of that range, and we came back into the quarter four range of 2023. We came to this support level here, this 3-month untapped level, $6. We came here, we tapped it, we found some support here, and we bounced back up. We have reclaimed the value area high for this quarter four range, right? But we're still below the quarter two range. So we're stuck in this like Neverland right here, where there's not a lot of volume either, because you can see there was barely any volume between $9 and $6, all the way up to like $5 some change. Now we have a little bit of support here. We were here for a little bit of time between $9 and $10. We're trying to rebuild that support again, staying above this value area high. Once we reclaim $11.40, which is the quarter two range, we do have a naked point of control here at $12.98, which is a target. We have a gold pocket sitting at $15.67, which is massive resistance, right? We saw how for this entire 6 months we were just getting rejected off of the $15 mark. Look at this. Look at all this rejection here. Rejection. We broke out. We hit $20, and then we tried to retest that level of $15 for support. Melted right through because Bitcoin was dumping during that time. Came back down to the value area low. Bounced off $11. Rejected again at 15. Came back to the value area low. Never made it back to $15, and then since then we fell back down. But we do have major targets of the upside. $12 is a naked point of control, re-entering quarter two range, very bullish. Gold pocket sitting at 1567. So I do believe once we break into here, we are going to have a retest of this $15.67 in the short period of time here once altcoins start to really rally again. And then obviously since then, if we break above $15, my other targets are $20, 24, and 26 before breaking out of this value area high of this other range here to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at for ICP in the short term. Obviously, anything below $9, entering anything below $9 and $6, I potentially believe is a huge buy zone. We do have a naked point of control sitting down at $4.55, which was a potential target for me, right? And when we were around $6, I definitely think it was possible if Bitcoin kept dropping down. Bitcoin didn't. Bitcoin began to rally again. All coins rallied. Now I think this target is a lot less likely to happen unless we have some catastrophic drop. But I don't foresee that happening. So, just for now, we got to play with what we got. We were staying above $9. That's bullish for ICP. We just need to regain 1150 and start moving towards these other targets to the upside. And it's going to be looking real good for ICP. So I appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's see here. Let's read some chat here from the Tickety Tockety. Thoughts on Sui? What is your thoughts on XRP? I think XRP sucks. It just really does. XRP just doesn't really do jack ding dong. But if you want me to cover some XRP charts, I definitely will. And then we can look at SUI as well. So let's go take a look at XRP here. Let's see. XRP. So yeah, XRP found some support here down at 41 cents, has had a nice little bounce since then, entering its quarter two. What is this? No, this is its quarter four range, because this thing has been in such a tight range for so freaking long that it's re-entered the range it was in for quarter four of 2023. Hasn't really done too much since then. We've re-entered that. We bounced off 41. We re-entered it. We're hitting some resistance here at the 6-month naked point of control of 62 cents. Well, it's not naked. It's just the point of control. We're hitting some resistance there within this range. Obviously, if we get rejected there, then we could be heading back down to 52. But this is all dependent, right? This is altcoin. So this is all dependent on Bitcoin rallying. Bitcoin continues to rally. We could see if XRP follows all the altcoins this time, it doesn't just lag behind. We should see this try to break out, reach for that 72. We have a daily untapped of 72 cents. We have a 6-month naked point of control up at 77. And then we have obviously have the value area high of that range, which is 82 cents. So those are the targets to the upside. To the downside, if we get rejected here at 62, I would be looking for 52. And if 52 is lost, then I would be looking for 41. But like I said, this is all highly dependent on Bitcoin. Altcoins follow Bitcoin, and XRP now, especially, has been kind of just doing its own thing. Hasn't really been following the altcoins when the altcoins are rallying hard. So we will hope that XRP will continue to rally with the altcoins. If it doesn't, then it's just going to get kind of stuck here in its own little world. Let's take a look at SUI. Let's take a look at SUI here. All right, I haven't done anything to this chart in a long time. So let me get rid of all this stuff. All right. Brand new, clean chart. Let's see what we got here. Let's get quarter one. Come on. Quarter one. Let's get quarter two. Come on. Okay. Let's get quarter four of last year. October. Come on. All right. Look at that. We came back and retested perfectly this naked point of control of 61 cents from Sui from the quarter four range. When we came down on this last final drop with Bitcoin, we came down and tapped this naked point of control perfectly. It's no longer naked now. 61 cents had found support and then kind of got rejected off this quarter two range up here, value area low range. We got rejected from that. So now we have a naked point of control sitting up here as well at $1.09. So that's the target to the upside right now. We need to get above 91 cents, re-enter this quarter two range, then the major target becomes the point of control, which is $1.09. And then obviously value area high is $1.27. We start reclaiming that. We start moving towards the all-time high here, which was around $2 and some change. So we will see if that is or we're gonna come back down, right? Since we got rejected here, Sui could come back, retest the 61 cent level. I don't foresee that happening. Like I said, all the altcoins rally when Bitcoin rallies. So it's all highly, highly dependent on Bitcoin. Sui right now hasn't really been doing too much, hasn't had a lot of volume, not a lot of things going on for Sui, but I definitely think Sui is going to do well over the long term here. So yeah, that's what I got for Sui right now. So let's talk about the news. The Bitcoin conference, Mr. T, Donald J. Trump, right, came out and said he would create a Bitcoin reserve for if he enters the office again. If that happens, that is going to be extremely, extremely bullish for Bitcoin, right? I know Cynthia Loomis also put out a a proposed bill where they would be buying 500 and something Bitcoin per day. So let me see where I can find this here. Let's go to the crypto news. Should be here somewhere. Crypto whales accumulate Arbitrum, XRP, and Ondo. US listed cryptos after Trump's pro Bitcoin speech. Of course, they're going to react today. They haven't been able to react. The speech happened on Saturday, so they have the traditional markets haven't been able to react all weekend. Where is the? Let me just go to the Bitcoin news. Where is it? Where is it? There's got to be an article about it somewhere. U.S. Fed rate cut in focus. Will Bitcoin break out in August? This is another thing that's happening here. Let's jump into this. Yeah, let's jump into this here real quick before we continue on. Where is Cynthia Loomis's freaking proposal, man? I'm gonna have to just like Google it or something. Okay, I'm just gonna have to Google that. So the U.S. Fed rate cut, right? There's an FOMC meeting happening this Wednesday, which is going to be very, very bullish, right? Following a successful Bitcoin conference last weekend, this week will be crucial for Bitcoin and the broader crypto market as the U.S. Federal Reserve is set to announce its interest rate decision on July 31st. That's Wednesday, guys. That is Wednesday. Big, big week. This Bitcoin price is showing strength, trading nearly 15% up on the monthly chart and moving closer to 70,000, right? So Bitcoin is definitely getting some momentum here because of what is happening here, what is happening with the Fed rate cut. Obviously, we had the conference. We had some big announcements for the conference about Bitcoin. And once again, there's a lot of strength happening here in the market because of that exact news. If the Fed rate cut happens on Wednesday, if they decide, yes, we are cutting interest rates, get ready, guys. I think this thing is going to start skyrocketing. Skyrocketing. Let me tell you. Shall Bitcoin drop below soon? Drop below what? I don't expect Bitcoin to be dropping anywhere, any big drops anytime soon. We're currently right at the value area high, right? If this FOMC meeting is bullish and they're cutting interest rates, then I definitely expect Bitcoin to break out and hit new all-time highs this week. Let's also go look at the Loomis bill proposed. Misspelled that completely. Okay, here we are. Here we are. So Cynthia Loomis proposes bill for, or Lummis is her last name, Lummis, proposes bill for US to buy 5% of the total Bitcoin supply. That's insane, guys. That is insane to buy 5%. But let's continue. Right. During the conference in Nashville, 27th, that was just on Saturday, the U.S. proposed a groundbreaking bill, the U.S. government to purchase 5% of the world's Bitcoin supply and hold it for at least 20 years. So there's a hold on it. There's not just, oh, we're going to buy it and we're going to sell it. They're going to buy it and hold it for 20 years. And they're going to be buying this 5% over 5 years. So they're going to be buying 1% of the supply every single year. So would be rolled out over 5 years with the government aiming to acquire 1 million Bitcoin, roughly 5% of the total 21 million Bitcoin supply. So their whole goal is to acquire 1 million Bitcoin, right? 1 million Bitcoin, which is how much the Genesis Satoshi wallet has. They're going to be buying 1 million, which is 5% of the total supply, and hold it for 20 years. Now, to buy 1 million Bitcoin, 1 million Bitcoin in 5 years, right? Let's do some calculating math here. Let's do some calculated math here. So 365 is how many days we have in a year, right? So that times 5 gives us 1,825 days. 1,825 days. Now, 1 million Bitcoin is the total goal that they're trying to buy. Oh, I passed it. Can I go back one? Yep. 1 million Bitcoin, right? Divided by 1,825 gives us 547 Bitcoin per day. Let me make this full screen for you guys. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but basically, they're going to be buying 547 Bitcoin per day. Guess what the supply for Bitcoin is, guys? The Bitcoin supply being mined per day is only 450. Only 450 Bitcoin are being mined per day. They're going to be buying 547 Bitcoin per day. Just the U.S. government, right? Just the U.S. government is, if the bill is passed, right? That is the big reserve here. Is that not to make a pun or anything, but the big reserve is that if the bill is passed. If the bill does not pass, then it's not happening. But if it is passed, they're going to be purchasing 547 Bitcoin per day. The supply is 450 per day being mined. That's just the US government. That's not ETFs buying. That's not any the retail buying. That's nobody else. That's just the US government. Just the US government, right? We're talking about 450 Bitcoin being mined per day in the entire world. In the entire world, guys. Pay attention to this. Pay attention, because I don't think people understand this. 450 Bitcoin are being mined daily in the entire world. The entire US government alone is going to be buying 547 Bitcoin. That already takes out the entire supply, the entire new supply being entered into circulation by the US government alone. Then we have US ETFs buying Bitcoin on top of that. When US ETFs buy, they buy pretty big. They don't make any small buys, right? So if we go over here to ETFs, we got where's the overall the flows, yeah, right here, right? When the ETFs are buying, obviously they're buying big. Last week alone, BlackRock bought 352 Bitcoin. That was BlackRock alone, right? Then we had Bitwise 400. We had HODL 291 Bitcoin, right? Obviously, Grayscale sold 400, but they've pretty much been a positive on that. So in total, there were 787 Bitcoin accumulated on Friday just from the ETFs, plus the 547, right? Plus the 547 that is going to be accumulated by the government, right? This is all what if. And then we have the rest of the world. We have the rest of the world, the other nations. We have El Salvador. We have Argentina. We have other countries in Europe right now that are coming into Bitcoin as well. How much are they going to be buying, right? And then we have the retail, the peasants, right? The little people, right? Us regular people buying up whatever Bitcoin we can. And guess what? That is massive. That means that Bitcoin supply shock would be at all time highs because there would not be enough Bitcoin for everyone to be buying. The supply of Bitcoin is going to instantly shrink, instantaneously shrink, causing a massive, massive supply shock. If this is true, if that bill is passed, if this bill is passed, right? I do believe that if this bill is passed, we could be entering the super cycle. Right. We've talked about the super cycle here before. I've talked about how, we got rate cuts coming that are going to, lower interest rates, which makes money quantitative easing easier. They print more money. They buy more assets. Asset prices increase. We've got the ETFs, right, which is another massive bullish thing for Bitcoin. We have de-dollarization happening. We have a few other things that I mentioned in the past. And now we have a potential Bitcoin reserve that is going to happen with the 200,000 Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds, and on top of that, we're going to have a 5% buy of the entire supply of Bitcoin over 5 years to hold for 20. You think other nations won't follow? If the US government passes this bill, you think other nations in the entire world are not going to try to compete and they're not going to follow the United States footsteps? Of course they will. They are going to create the biggest Bitcoin supply shock ever. And if that occurs, I 100% believe that will be entering the Bitcoin super cycle. Right? This would be an extended rally for Bitcoin because there's just not enough Bitcoin being put into circulation. Everything is being taken out of circulation. All the 450 new Bitcoin being put into circulation instantaneously bought up by the US government daily for 5 years. For 5 years daily being taken out, right? And that's for 5 years. So if this gets passed in 2025, let's say, in 2025 this bill gets passed. Let's just round up to 2025. The next halving is in 2028. So in 3 years, there will be another halving event. So instead of 450 Bitcoin being mined per day, right? Instead of 450, it's going to drop down to 225. 225 Bitcoin per day. And they're going to be buying 547. 547. And the supply is going to be cut once again from 450 to 225 in 2028. So before their 5-year plan of buying Bitcoin is over, we would experience another halving event. Imagine how large that next bull cycle, right? If the super cycle weren't to occur for whatever reason, imagine how large the next bull market will be when literally 225 Bitcoin are being created per day worldwide, and the US government alone is eating up 547 Bitcoin. How wild is that? If you guys are not seeing what's coming, I don't know how else to tell you guys. I do not know how else to tell you guys. WP says, didn't see you in Nashville, brother. No, dude, I wasn't able to make it. I wasn't able to make it to Nashville, unfortunately. Bitcoin will go down to 58K soon before the real rally in September. Very possible, Matt. 58,000 is possible. I do have targets for 58,000. If you look right here, let me open up my chart. We definitely have some quite amount of naked point of controls sitting all down between 59,000 and 57,000 that are all possible for Bitcoin to come down and tap. We even have a naked point of control down at 51,000. We also have another one at 42,000. We have another one over here at 42, which is what month is this? This is February. But we have a $42 target as well. But we have to take those levels by we got to take it level by level, right? First, we need to lose 62. If we lose 62,000, which is the value area low for this Q2 range, if we lose 62,000, right, we start closing below 62, we start heading towards this first target of 59. Then obviously it's a lot more likely that we're going to be tapping these targets to the downside here. Until we don't see that happening, I'm not going to be really targeting that. I'm not going to say, hey, we're currently right here at 69. We're definitely going back down to 57. 57 is on the table. It's always been on the table, But with the news coming out today, if the FOMC meeting does have a rate cut happening, announcement in July 31st, which is in Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, then yes, I definitely think we're going to break to the upside and start making new all-time highs. The all-time high is 73,000. We are what? Where are we at? From where we're at right now to up here, we are 6.5% away. 6.5% away from a new all-time high. So keep that in mind. Um, I will be looking at that as well. So 57 is definitely possible, just not my main target right now. Where is the government getting this money from? We're in debt to every country to make it make sense. Well, my friend, it's called the money printer. That's why they're going to be lowering interest rates, right? That's why they're going to be lowering interest rates, and they're going to be quantitative easing, and they're going to use their quantitative easing to actually buy up an asset like Bitcoin, right? They're going to be buying up Bitcoin, and they're going to try to fight their inflation, try to fight their debt with Bitcoin. The plan is that was announced, right? The announcement was that they would fight inflation by buying Bitcoin and holding it for 20 years. So imagine what Bitcoin's price is going to be if this were to pass in 2025. That means they will not be selling any Bitcoin until 2045. 2045, after 20 years, they won't be selling any Bitcoin. So imagine the appreciation of value for Bitcoin at that time. They're going to be making a lot of money. If they start to sell Bitcoin, then obviously, they're going to be making a lot of money. They're going to be paying off their debt. So yada yada. That's the way it works, right? When they have high inflation, when they have high debts, they inflate the debt away. They've done that in the past. After we broke out of World War II, we had high debts, and they inflated the dollar to be able to, because the higher the inflation, the smaller the debt actually becomes, right? The debt, it becomes easier and easier to pay off. How's ETH chart looking? We're definitely going to be looking at that in a minute here. Is it going to go up, down, sideways? Which one are you talking about? Word, he keeps saying if they pass the bill. Yes, it's definitely if. It's all about if the bill is passed. We have to keep an eye on it. This is just a potential, right? Just a potential here. Let's go take a look at Ethereum's chart here. Let's go see how ETH is doing today. Where's my ETH Bybit? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, this is not my regular chart, but it's a nice clean chart. Let's see what we got here. Let's get quarter two. April. No. April 1st all the way to the end of June. Come on. Yeah, we perfectly came up, tapped the naked point of control that we were at here at 3,500, tapped it, came back down since then. Let's see here what else we got. Let's get quarter one. Quarter one naked point of control. Sitting right here at 2,300. So it's real simple for Ethereum right now, kind of just like how Bitcoin was too. So if we get a Fibonacci pull here on this range from its all-time high to its all-time low, look what happened here, guys. We came up, coño. Let me zoom in for you guys. We came up and tapped this gold pocket at 35.6, right? 35.6 here perfectly, filled the gold pocket, came right back down, and now we're headed back towards this 0.5, right? We got rejected. We had the naked point of control. We had the gold pocket lined up here. So this was once we bottomed out here at 2,900. Ethereum's been doing nothing but rallying straight up towards this naked point of control for the quarter two range and this gold pocket that we were having up here. We tapped that. We came back down. So once again, let's look at the next gold pocket here, right? If we get the gold pocket from down here to up here, look what happened, right? We made that top, right? Look what happened. Let me look at that. We came down, lost the 0.5, wicked to the 6.18, right? We didn't fill the gold pocket at the 6.5, but we did hit the 618. We bounced off of that, swung, failed this price right here at 3,100, some change. And since then, we have been moving back up, heading towards up here. So this is going to be the next local target. So now let's get a fib pool from where from right up here to down here. Right. This is the bottom. Look what happened now. It's like these things work perfectly. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. We came up directly to the gold pocket of 3,300, right? The 6.5, which we hit earlier this morning. 3,300. We hit that, and now we're getting a little bit of a rejection here, all the way down here. Am I saying we're going to head all the way down? Absolutely not, right? We're still in an uptrend here. We're still in an uptrend. As Bitcoin continues to rally, we will see Ethereum rally behind it as well. Any altcoin and every altcoin rallies behind Bitcoin. If you know where Bitcoin's going, you kind of know where the altcoins are going to be going as well. So we came up, we hit that gold pocket, and bing, bam, boom. Now we're facing some rejection. Right? We're facing some resistance here as Bitcoin as Bitcoin struggles to get above this value area high here of 69,000. Right? We could see some red candles. We could see in the next 2 days before the announcement on July 31st. July 31st right now is the big catalyst event for this to occur. If we get a rate cut announcement, if they're going to cut rates in September and they announce it on the 31st, get ready, guys. The bull rally is back on track, right? Well, we've been on track this whole time, but you know what I mean. We're going up. We're going up fast. Trump gets in the White House, it will happen, and don't be surprised if Kamala passes it to look better than Trump. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. They're definitely playing games right now. Injective. Somebody wants to take a look at Injective. Let's go look at Injective here. I haven't taken a look at Injective in quite some time, so hopefully my chart's not too outdated. Okay, there's a lot going on here that I don't really know. Okay, hold on. Let me readjust myself here. So let me get rid of this. This is the range for December. We came down to 18, tapped out perfectly that naked point of control of December. We have, this is for March. What is this? Quarter. Okay, this is quarter one. We have this gold pocket right here. I don't know. Let me get rid of some of these lines because I don't really know why they're there. Okay. So let's get quarter two range here. April all the way to June. Well, to July. Come on. Okay. So what happened here was we had a massive rally for Injective, right? Starting in December or even earlier than that. Very aggressive move to the upside all the way from October when the rally really began in 2023. Very aggressive move, very little volume. Quarter one of 2024, we went sideways for all of it. We lost the quarter one range. We fell below $34, and we didn't have a lot of volume here for the month of December to hold support. So we kind of just fell right through it, came down to the naked point of control for December at $18, tapped it, came back up. Then we lost the quarter two. We ranged for quarter two the entire time. We lost that range again, came back once again, retapped the point of control for December, found support there once again, and we rallied back up and filled the naked point of control of $25 for quarter two here, right? And right now we're sitting right on it. we're trying to find it as support here before moving back up. We need to get above 29 to start re-entering the 30 range, which would take us back into quarter one range, which is between 33 and $41 for injective. Let's get a gold pocket here. So let me get my magnet on from the very tip top all-time high to the very bottom here. All right, the overall move gives us a gold pocket of $38 to 38 to $40, right? That's the gold pocket. The 6.5 is $40. The 618 is $38.97. The 0.5 is $34. If we get to that 0.5 is lining up with the support and control here, and right above the value area low of quarter one at 33. So definitely going to face some resistance here to be able to get up here. But this is the overall major target to the upside for injective. Now let's get some more local gold pockets here. So if we get this local top to this local bottom, we filled this gold pocket here perfectly already. We filled it, and now we lost it, and now we're trying to regain back above this 0.5. So overall, we need to get above 29 to start making a move towards this gold pocket, make a move towards back this range here to start really moving back up. If not, we could continuously range here between 22 and 29, continue to range here. I don't expect this to drop down to 18 or lower unless Bitcoin has a big drop to the downside. Appreciate that. I hope everybody's appreciating that, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let's see here. But guys, overall, very, very bullish sentiment in the crypto markets right now. Just everything is just very bullish with the announcements that came out of Nashville, with the what if scenario if that bill is passed, right, and proposed and passed. It is gonna be massive. These next 5 years, between now and 2030, these next 5 years are going to be the biggest. If that bill is passed, man, oh man, am I going to get bullish? I mean, I've been bullish on Bitcoin for a long time. I'm always bullish on Bitcoin, even in the depths of the bear market, right? But if that bill is passed, it's super cycle time, baby. It is super cycle time. There just won't be a circulating supply coming onto the market. It would just be continuously eaten up just by one entity. Just by one entity would be eating up all of Bitcoin's new supply. So just it can't be more bullish than that. It cannot be more bullish than that, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Join the Crypto Citadel if you want more information, you want to learn more, you want to ask direct questions, you just want to be part of the Crusader community. I beg you guys, I ask you guys to all hit that link in the bio. If you're on YouTube, you can hit the link in the chat that's pinned. You can join the Crypto Citadel, the Discord. If you're on TikTok, there should be a link in my bio that will take you there. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Or on TikTok, if the link doesn't work, because TikTok's kind of weird that way, you could just hit that little star. You hit that little star and you become a member of the channel. You will be getting member-only lives. The only reason why I haven't done it is because I haven't got enough members. If I get enough members, then I will be doing member-only lives. Same goes for YouTube. If we get more members coming up, signing up for the show, then I will be doing member-only lives for all of you. So make sure that if you want that, you just want more exclusive action, you don't even have to join the Citadel. Just hit the star, become a member of the channel, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you guys jumping in here, watching here, smashing those likes. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. Until next time, see ya.